What's up guys, it's Chris Majestic. So when it comes to Wi-Fi, one thing that turns people away from upgrading the Wi-Fi in their house is that they think it's too complicated. Well, today we're gonna take a look at a wireless system that claims you can set it up in just 2 minutes. So I actually have two systems with me today. The first one is the Amplify Instant Mesh Wireless System. The other system is the Amplify HD Gamers Edition, which is very similar to the Instant Wi-Fi, but has a few extra features. And if you're not familiar with Amplify products, they're made by Ubiquiti, which is a company known for some pretty cool enterprise level wireless equipment that I actually use in my house. So with the Amplify Instant Wi-Fi, you get two units. One is the main router, which wires into the internet and has a small LCD screen on the front. The other unit is the mesh wireless access point that you can place anywhere in your house. You also get some quick start documentation, an Ethernet cable, and two USB Type-C power cables, which is all you need to get up and running. So as you can see, these units are really small, so they fit in pretty much anywhere, and they actually look really nice. The LCD screen is going to be useful for showing you information like when there's an update available or if there's an issue with the system. Otherwise, you can see things like the current time. And both of the units have an LED light that goes around the bottom that can be adjusted in the app. So why do they call it Instant Wi-Fi? Well, believe it or not, setting this thing up only took me 2 minutes. So once you get everything unboxed, you download the Amplify app and it walks you through the entire process, including how to wire everything up. Once you have it all connected, you'll see the router in the app and you just tap on it, enter a name for your wireless network, create a password, and tap continue. After about 30 seconds, you'll get a setup complete screen. And after about a minute or so, you'll see the second wireless access point automatically connect to the main access point. This is without a doubt the fastest and easiest wireless setup I've ever seen. Okay, so how was the performance on this thing? Well, I tested using my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus, and I have my own speed test server, another server at a friend's house, and I have Fios gigabit internet. So standing right in front of the main access point, I averaged about 400 megs down and 300 megs up, which is great. And when I went across to the other side of the house, which is about 2 rooms over, I got about 240 down and 150 up. And at the farthest point inside the house, I averaged about 90 and 30. And the worst spot, which is outside of my driveway, I also got about 90 and 30, which isn't bad considering how hard it is to get a signal out there. And the average speed I was able to get from the mesh wireless access point was about 150 up and down, which is pretty good. Now, the good thing about having this extra wireless access point is that you can put it in a hard to reach area and instantly improve the wireless signal in that room, even if you don't have the best signal strength from the main access point. Okay, so let's move on to the Amplify HD Gamers Edition. Now, you may recall from my previous video about 1.5 years ago on the Amplify HD system, well, Ubiquiti teamed up with Nvidia and made a gamers version of the HD that's optimized for Nvidia's GeForce Now gaming service. So the first thing you'll notice when compared to the Instant Wi-Fi is that the main router is black. It's also a little bigger and has a bigger screen, as well as 5 Ethernet ports on the back instead of 2. So this is definitely better for gamers or people who need more Ethernet ports for wired devices in order to get the fastest connection possible. The front of the router has a circular touchscreen that displays useful information including system updates, connectivity issues, and current activity. And like the previous Amplify HD system, this system also comes with 2 plug-in wireless access points. And aside from them now being black instead of white, they're no longer magnetic like the original Amplify HD units, so the units are all one piece, but they can still swivel around to help you get the best signal, which is pretty cool. So you still use the Amplify app to set up and control the Amplify HD system as well, and the setup process is almost just as fast as the Instant Wi-Fi, with the exception of one extra step where it asks you if you want to set up the router to prioritize latency, which will adjust the QoS settings for gamers. Okay, so how's the performance on the Amplify HD Gamers Edition? Well, it's nearly the same as the Instant Wi-Fi, except I got slightly faster speeds from the wireless access points. I still got around 400 down and 350 up in the same room as the main router, and when connected to the mesh access points, I got around 200 down and 230 up, which is pretty good. Now, the main benefit of the Amplify HD system, aside from it having more Ethernet ports, is that this thing has awesome range. It's definitely good for a really large house since you can put the mesh wireless access points far away from each other and opposite ends of the house and still get a really good signal. So even though the setup of both of these units was easy and simple, the Amplify app does have quite a few useful features. And the first setting that I recommend you take a look at is bridge mode. So if you're going to be connecting either of these systems to an existing internet modem, then I recommend that you put the system in bridge mode to avoid potential issues that come from using two routers. Some other cool features in the app include night mode, so the lights from the units don't bother you while you sleep. You also get some advanced network features like port forwarding and a few others, which is always nice to see, along with some helpful wireless settings like guest networks and band steering. And the only real difference in the app for the Amplify HD versus the instant Wi-Fi is the latency setting, but the app is very polished and easy to navigate. It's definitely among the best apps I've seen for a wireless router. So the Amplify Instant Wi-Fi cost about $180, and the HD Gamers Edition is around $380, with the HD's main benefit being the additional Ethernet ports, long-range access points, and gaming priority. The Instant Wi-Fi is a great option for someone who wants a really easy setup with great performance, and the Amplify HD Gamers Edition would be great for gamers who might be forced to use Wi-Fi in a larger house. Either way, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these, and they're both worthy competitors if you're in the market for a new wireless system. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful. As always, if you did, go ahead and make sure you mash that like button for me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.